Hello. It is the morning of October 4th, 2022. Hope you are well. And often we do these when the speaker is smack in the middle of an experience, because that's when the feeling is right there. That's when it's the realist, so to speak. So, finding myself in a situation, not a serious situation, but it's something that may be relatable to someone out there. I won't get into the details of it, but we'll just say that it's easy to feel sometimes like those around us intentionally don't want to be bothered with us, or that we are not welcome. We are not, basically rejection. And I'm sure there are others who feel this way sometimes, especially if you come from a background where that was a consistent feature in your early life, and this feeling of just kind of not being wanted. It's rough. I know that sometimes when we do these, the speaker may come across like she's learned a thing or two. And I really feel like I have learned a thing or two. But still, we're still all in this. And it's good sometimes to share the humanness for the speaker, because it is what it is, guys. It's rough. And this one, when we're dealing with these type of emotions, they can swallow us whole. Like, I don't know if it comes across, but like there are like tears being held in place right now in the back of my head. Like they just want to blah. Because it reopens old wounds that are, are just really sensitive. And when our first lessons were what we just described, and it's not even that the lessons, it's not like the experiences themselves did that, but our own sensibilities mixed with different situations caused us to feel these yucky feelings. It makes you feel, we did a post having to do with PTSD and choices a while back, maybe last year, I don't know. But it really goes into some of these feelings, and they just come up again. You're just going through your day, doing your thing, and then, you realize, oh, the gang has decided to go do the thing, and I didn't know. I thought I was part of the gang, or this or that or the other. Some just kind of blindsides you, and you're like, well, my day's fucked. And that's how you feel. That's how we feel in the moment. It just pulls us right back. Even if we don't really always remember specific events, we know that over time, this feeling kind of solidified in us and telling us that we don't belong, period. We don't belong. And so we go through the motions, and we've gone through it. If this resonates with you, I don't have to tell you what you've done. You already know the hoops that you jump through and the efforts that you put forth to be more, quote, normal. And it's really painful. It's really difficult. My situation wasn't here. It wasn't the gang, but it was a situation, kind of, sort of, in that arena. That same thing applies. And like I said, it's just like, whoo, it's difficult. And so, right now we're in real time here. And if any of you all understand when you have to be in real time with something and it is right there in your face, you have to move through it somehow. So the speaker is doing this. This is a little cathartic and helpful, because I know that I'm not alone in feeling this way. And it hurts, it does, it hurts. But, at these times, it's good for us to recognize that, yeah, there's still some residue, at least, if not lots of this stuff still kind of in us. It's good for us to know that that's what's in there. But it's also good to remember that, now, this is a big thing. It's not a reflection of our worth. This is not a reflection of the speaker's worth, that this and that happened, and again, I'm feeling rejected. Has nothing to do with my worth. It's an experience. And sometimes we mistake these experiences and we use them to define ourselves. It's an experience. This is a feeling that is being felt right now. And it's no more than that. It's a feeling, not to, downplay it, because the feelings are intense. But we need to be clear on what is and what isn't. And just because these feelings of being unwelcome or unwanted are very strong, that doesn't mean you are unwanted. Nobody wants you around. You don't matter. And all of that stuff, because it can quickly go there. And then we just beat ourselves up more than we're already feeling beaten. We finished the job off. But it's very important for us to be clear that these are feelings that I'm feeling. They are not the definition of what I am, of who I am, of all that I am, and all that I have to offer to myself and to others. This is not a reflection of who I am. There are so many aspects, so many facets to what goes into a human adult. So many layers. We have, as we spoke of in our last couple of recordings, we have strengths and we have weaknesses. And some of us have strengths that are just genius. Wow. And unbeknownst to us, if we sometimes struggle with our self-esteem, we don't even realize that there are people that look at the strengths that we have and they're just like, God damn, man, if I could just have a fraction of what you got going there, that would be great. I would love it. And we don't know. There are people that look upon us and say, wow. And oftentimes it's a shame that more people don't articulate the fucked upness they see in us, or that they have decided to see in, or whatever. Sometimes we have people who are supportive and encouraging and blah, 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 or do notice the things. But anyway, I digress. So we have to be clear. Otherwise, we can develop kind of ways of coping with these really intense feelings. And the speaker is not a stranger to these things. We'll leave it at that. And it's just like, because the intensity of it is so strong and so unpleasant that are like, well, hell, this other thing is not really a great alternative to this feeling, but you know what? It'll do, because I sure as hell don't want to feel this way anymore. So we go to whatever the thing is. Maybe it's some type of addiction, or some other coping mechanism so that we can dull the emotion. But again, if we can, kind of step out of the emotion for a moment. That we talked about that in the PTSD and choices recording that we did here. We can step out and breathe, or as some of us have had professionals say to us, make space. Make space between who we are and what we're feeling. And breathe in deep and out. Breathing is really important when we're feeling this way. Give ourselves a moment before we knee-jerk react into some type of a way of coping that isn't really healthy for us in the long run. It sure as hell helps in the moment. I'm not going to fight you on that. It does the trick, and we know it does. But then that comes with its own can of worms. So if we can learn to just breathe and recognize the truth of what is, we really help ourselves in these situations. Anyway, just wanted to share because it's helping me. God damn it, this helps me. And hopefully it might be helpful to someone out there. As always, we want to wish you so much love. Bye.